Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually try adding some TypeScript specific syntax to this file. I'm going to add what's called a type annotation here to the function hi to you. It's taking a parameter called name, and I'm going to use this colon to specify that name should be a string. Now, a really interesting thing that just happened is that down here it just gave us a red squiggly underline. And it's complaining that the argument of type string or null, that's what the pipe means, is not assignable to a parameter of type string. So it's actually just alerted to us to a subtle bug in our code. If we look at the type signature of prompt, we'll see that it actually returns a string or null. That's actually it'll actually return null if the user hits escape when they it hits cancel instead of typing something into the prompt. So we can actually see that here. If we hit cancel, our page has just crashed with an uncaught type error. Cannot read property to uppercase of null. So this is a really nice thing about TypeScript, is that previously we wouldn't have even known that that bug existed unless we had actually decided to hit cancel in that prompt. But here it's just telling us about our bug from the get-go, as long as we include a little bit of type annotation. So what I'm going to do here is actually change hi to you to take a string or null. So that squelches this problem, but now, of course, it's complaining about our to uppercase, because it's saying, well, that object's possibly null, so to uppercasing that's not going to work. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually say, okay, well, if name is equal to null, then I'm going to change name to equal, say, unnamed person. And now all the warnings went away. This is a really particularly cool feature of TypeScript. It has what's called control flow analysis. So it's actually able to analyze the program and see, oh, okay, if it's null, then they reassign it to a string. So that by the time we get here, there's a 100% chance that it's going to be a string. So that's fine. It won't raise a warning of any kind. So we can already see by just adding some of these simple sorts of type annotations that we're able to statically analyze the code and figure out potential problems with it without even running it. And this is one of the really neat things about TypeScript, is that once you start using it, I've found that that runtime errors really become a thing of the past. You'll still obviously have logic errors. For instance, you use a greater than sign instead of a less than sign or something like that, and you totally need unit tests to cover those and make sure that your logic is correct. But a whole lot of the runtime errors and the required tests for ensuring that that your code doesn't just randomly explode, those really go away, which is incredibly helpful.